Hey Bobcats, I'm Texas State University President Kelly Damphus, and today I'm at the Quad on our San Marcos campus to learn about some of the safety initiatives our University Police Department has put in place, and to introduce you to two of our newest UPD employees, Duke and Lyndon. So Texas State University would be the first university in Texas with a mounted horse patrol unit as part of our University Police Department. And officers Haley McLaren and Alicia Ortiz are here, and they will be the first female-led patrol unit in the region as well. So joining me to talk about the many other ways that we are enhancing the bond between UPD, our students, and the university community is Chief Matt Carmichael. And Chief, you've been here for a while. How long have you been working here at Texas State?
I'll be 2 years in January.
2 years, just a little bit longer than me then. Tell us about the genesis about why we decided to have a mounted patrol.
It really follows you. Since you've been here, you've brought this sense of tradition, this sense of belonging. And in policing, we're always trying to find ways to connect with students. We are in Texas, mounted patrol, and I can tell you, boss, the 2 times that they've been on campus now, we've interacted with more students as compared if I were just standing there by myself.
Yeah, it really is more of it's not about riot control or anything like that. It's mostly about community policing and creating relationships with students, just like having Officer Brady, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Officer Brady, Duke and Lyndon, with Haley and Alicia, we're really bringing different avenues and pathways for students to find police service.
You know, when you debuted at the football stadium, I actually was standing there and I had a woman come up there with her daughter, and the mother said, "I've never been this close to a horse before," and she was like a little nervous but also excited about being there as well. Well, thanks so much. So let me turn to you all now. So this is Duke. So what's the history of Duke's name?
Duke got his name from John Wayne.
And he's the Duke, and then Lyndon's over here. And of course, Lyndon Bain Johnson, right?
Yeah, of course.
One of our most famous alumni.
Yes,
and so
sir.
Tell me about the training, because you're training the horses, but you all are being trained at the same time.
Yes, we are. We actually brought them to the football game, the homecoming game, and Lyndon and Duke had a good time being around with the community.
Now, were they police officers before, or is this the first police job for them?
This will be their first police job.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So what's it been like for you all to be trained to do this?
It's a lot different, and there's a different level of trust that has to be built, and a connection. But it's a pretty great thing.
Now, will you be doing only this, or you'll be doing regular police duties as well, or?
We'll be patrolling around campus starting next semester and doing different events, commencements, basketball games, anywhere they want us, we'll be there.
What's been the most exciting thing about this for you guys?
It's definitely building connections with our students, and I feel like people feel like they can come up to and speak to us. They're connecting us to our students in a way that just isn't possible without them.
You know, Chief, when I was in law enforcement training in my community college, and then I went to undergrad in criminal justice, we talked a lot about community policing, and that's a different orientation towards policing that existed in the past, where it was focused on crime control and emergency responding. But you're trying to create a culture here on this campus where the students feel comfortable with the police department. Can you talk more about the initiatives you're doing there with community policing?
Yeah, absolutely. So community policing for us really at Texas State is more of a philosophy than it is a project.
Yeah.
Haley and Alicia are a prime example. We field a police department right now that has love, care, and compassion for our Bobcats. We have several initiatives underway. Most involve students. I think the most important one right now is our Safe Ride program.
Yes.
So we've, in partnership with our student government, full partner, we now provide safe rides to students Thursday through Saturday, and by demand just added Sunday. And that's about 8 at night till 2 in the morning. And we take students from campus, off campus, home. One of the best ways you and I can combat crime on this campus, and even off campus, quite frankly, is to make sure our students get home safe. So that's been a big project for us here at the campus.
That's exciting to see that. And I think that parents who send their students to college are always worried about safety, and we pay a lot of attention to safety here. Our police officers are certified police officers. They're very well trained. And we also inform the community about crime on our campus. So every year we put a report out saying, here's what's going on, so that students and parents are aware of what's going on, not just about the crimes that have happened, but also the things we're putting in place to make sure that there are fewer and fewer crimes, to keep our students and our faculty and staff as safe as possible.
Yeah, I think we've been really good at marrying technology with personnel. Not only do we field police officers 24/7. We have just about under 1,000 cameras, security cameras on campus, spread throughout, includes Bobcat Village and the stadium. We have the blue light phone, emergency phones, so that students know we're a one-button push away to get service. We've implemented a lot of safety training this year. We provide personal defense training. Matter of fact, to date, we've trained well over 600 students in personal defense and how to take care of themselves. We also provide civilian response to active shooter training, and all those things, that we don't really like to talk about, but they are the things that we train with our students.
I've actually seen a lot of your officers doing self-defense training to groups of students, and you don't like to think that something bad could happen, but we want to equip people to be prepared in case something did happen, not just on our campus, but somewhere else as well.
Oh, absolutely. One of the other outreach for us is primary, most important. Not only do we outreach to our students, we host a monthly meet and greet on Facebook Live for our parents and families, because we have parents and families from all over the world. So it's a time where I get to share safety measures, things that students can do to stay safe both on and off campus.
That's so great. Well, thank you guys for being here today. It's been informative for me. I got a chance to see Duke and Lennon up close again, and excited about that. Someday they're going to let me ride it. Chief had promised me that. Maybe, maybe not. I think there's some people kind of nervous about that, but it's so great to hear about what our UPD is doing. Not just to keep us safe, and you guys spend a lot of time there, but also to create relationships with our students and our faculty and staff, for them to know that they've got someone they can reach out to if they've got a problem in their life. And there could be all kinds of things, not just crime related, but other issues as well. I hope that you've enjoyed having a chance to meet Duke and Lennon, as well as in learning more about UPD. You may see our new Mounted Patrol unit on campus as they train throughout the rest of the year, and you'll certainly see them at upcoming events this spring, like graduation and other sporting events and things like that. Thanks so much for watching. I wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving full of family, friends, and plenty of time to relax. All right, States up, everyone.